My doorbell camera showed me knocking at 2:13 a.m, but I was already inside. The alert woke me with that soft chime I always keep on vibrate, a thumbnail of my own face peering into the fisheye lens like I'd forgotten my keys again. I was on the couch under a blanket, TV looping some cooking show on mute, and the deadbolt was set from the inside. I didn't hear a knock, but the videoed audio, 3 light taps and my voice saying my name like I was trying not to scare myself. Nothing moved on my side of the door. I assumed the app glitched, so I scrubbed back 10 seconds and watched the live view catch up, but the tan line stayed grey at 2:13 like it was still happening. In the frame, my hoodie had the little bleach spot on the cuff mine actually has. I hit the talk button and said, "Who is this?" because there's a comfort in pretending it's a prank. The person on the step lifted his chin like he heard me and smiled too fast. It wasn't the smile that got me, it was the knock he did next, a quick pause I've used since I was a kid because my mother used to know it was me. No one knows that. I got up, left the chain on, and put my eye to the peephole. The hallway was the same dim strip of carpet, dusty light, empty space to the stairs, not a single shadow by my door. On my phone, my face looked back at me from a foot away, breath fogging the lens, like we were inches apart with a sheet of wood and a chain between us. I couldn't feel breath through the crack. I thought, cold, that someone calling my feed or was pulling an old clip and overlaying it to mess with me. But the timestamp matched my clock to the minute, and auto captions flickered as the app tried and failed to hear words. Whatever it thought I said came out as, "Let's not do this again." My ex used to say that when I drink and call, begging to come over. I called the building group chat and typed, "Is anyone in the hall right now?" and got back a typing bubble from Mrs. Delaney and Forsey. She sent, "It's late, dear, keep it down, you two sound like you're arguing." I'm out. Who's to? But I didn't press send because the new caption printed itself on the feed. Open when you get to 17. I don't count things. I didn't think I did. I forced myself to look away from the phone and check the chain and deadbolt with both hands. The deadbolt had faint silver scratches in the inside plate I didn't remember seeing yesterday. My smart lock history had an entry at 2:12 a.m. A door opened, a local override. I stared at the words like they'd rearranged because I was looking at my own door still closed. I said into the intercom, "What do you want?" and my own voice answered back through the doorbell speaker in that strange flattened quality. "You left the back open last time." I don't use my patio after dark. I went to the kitchen to prove something to myself and saw damp crescents on the tile near the sliding door, like someone shook rain off shoes before stepping onto the rug. It hasn't rained here in weeks. In the sink, the clean bowl I'd left to dry had the grid on it, some dark soil smeared in a swirl of someone rinsing their hands. Under my thumbnail was a brown line I could taste when I bit it. By the time I came back, the feed had switched to no person detected, and my face was gone. The title card still said 2:13 a.m, though the clock now read 2:19. At 2:31 a.m, another notification popped, a clip has been saved as favourite. I hadn't touched anything, and when I checked the favourites folder, there was a still of me at the door with a bruise I don't have now on my cheek. I scrolled and realised there were more, dated last night and the night before, slices of the same hallway, my body in slightly different positions like someone was trying poses. In one, my watch was on my right wrist. I don't own a watch, I use my phone. And yet it was my face in my jacket, my left ear with that tiny nick from high school, my jaw clenched the way I do when I'm trying not to cry. I texted my ex because of the caption saying her line, told her it wasn't a joke, and got a picture back from her old camera roll without explanation. In it, I'm 20 pounds heavier, leaning on a door with my ear pressed like I'm listening, timestamp 2:13 a.m, 2019. She wrote, "Finally, you used to do this when you blacked out, remember? You'd count. You'd whisper, 'Open at 17, you scared me.' I don't remember scaring anyone." I put a flyer on the mat by the front door and along the bottom of the patio sliding door like in some stupid movie, because there are only so many rational explanations at 33 and exhausted. I set my old tablet to record the living room, time-stamped. At 2:13 the next night, the turn came like it had learned my heart's weak point, and the thumbnail again was my face tilted a degree too far. The inside camera showed me asleep on the couch at the same time. I watched myself in the doorway feed while also watching myself on the couch from the other camera, a split screen nobody should ever see. The one at the door raised a hand and crooked a finger toward the peephole. "Count, then," it said through the speaker, though the app showed no audio waveform. In the living room, my chest rose and fell, my mouth open like I was counting in my sleep. I counted out loud, eyes flecking between screens, finger on the chain, 1, 2, 3, remembering some child's story that you shouldn't stop before the right number. The voice on the camera counted with me, a beat behind. At 7, the flyer, the front shifted in a shape like a breath, a small clean crescent appearing near the gap under the door where no draft ever blew. The patio camera threw a single alert and went dead. At 12, the upstairs neighbour shuffled in her hallway and called down, "If you two are doing this again, do it in the daytime," and then her door closed, and her television turned up. At 15, I realised my key bowl on the console was missing one hook's weight, a key-shaped empty hanging there like a mouth. 16, I said, and something on the other side said it with my exact exhaustion. My phone vibrated a new banner over the counting. Scheduled event tomorrow 2:13 a.m. Person detected. The thumbnail was me again, but there was a second shape behind and taller, blurred like a coat on a hook that breathed. I never said 17 that night because the chain lifted like someone outside had their finger under it and moved it a millimetre to show that they could. The deadbolt clicked softly, though my hand was still on it. The app auto-captioned something that didn't have a sound, letters flat, and help us over the frame, last chance. Then it offered me a new favourite star, like this was a memory worth keeping. I'm writing this now because the schedule populated the whole week with little faces of me at 2:13, a streak of inevitabilities I don't remember agreeing to. I don't know if this is sleepwalking or a loop or someone who learned me too well. It's 2:12 a.m. again, and I've put the catch against the door like a bad prop in a bad play, but the chain isn't what's keeping anything out. My mouth is already moving. The van just came in. Person detected. Are you door or you?